What a week it has been for old school RuneScape, ladies and gentlemen. Raids 3 Tombs of a Mazcum has been released and everyone is having a great time. It's an amazing piece of content, very inclusive for all ages, races, shapes, and sizes. However, one question that your boy has for you today to answer down below in the comment section is, what's your favorite part about the raid? Which are the demi-bosses, or is it the Wardens? If it's the Wardens, which phase do you like the most? Let me know down below what your favorite part of the raid is, and maybe go compliment someone else if they have the same opinion as you, because, well, it's nice to spread a bit of positivity and it's good for the fucking algorithm. So without further ado, Jew being the keyword, my name is Ryan, and you're watching RuneNews. That, ladies and gentlemen, was the brand new intro to RuneNews by your boy Benjo. His portfolio will be in the description down below, and second place from Aaron will be posted at the end of the video with his portfolio in the description as well. I didn't really know how to kind of present the winner because I kind of have been rushing around and doing a lot of Raids 3. I've been very lazy, I do apologize, but honestly, great work by both of these guys. Make sure you show them some love in the comment section below. Benjo, good job on winning the competition. I really do appreciate it, guys, and yeah. Enjoy the video. This week's update is riddled with bug fixes, improvements, and changes to Raids 3. I'm going to read off as much as I can and speed run it for you guys so we don't waste too much time on one segment of this video. Starting off with Zebak, he has about 10% more HP on average. That way his final phase hopefully lasts a little bit longer, so there is a bit more of a challenge. There should be at least 2 more jugs per boulder phase within the Zebak area as well, and the jugs, should roll 2 more squares further than normal. And you should be able to off ticket, or should I say one ticket, like every other mechanic in the raid, where if you shoot a boulder you can immediately shoot Zebak if you didn't just shoot Zebak before shooting the boulder. I hope that makes sense. As for Akka, it's mostly about the enraged phase, also known as the cum phase. For those who are not familiar, just think of the Bukkake baby Korra coming straight out of Japan. They're all coming at you, except they've reduced the amount of white balls flying around the room, and they will only do full damage to one player within the room. The max hit, I believe, has been capped to about 25 as well, which is an increase to the normal damage you can protect from mage to reduce the damage of these balls though. They've also added a mechanic where after 60 seconds of Akka not attacking, he will change his attack style. This is to prevent the entire room being done with the butterfly method, which is a very unique and quite skillful method running around each quarter of the room so that you never get hit by Akka and you can just DPS him the fuck down. That's now been changed, so you can do it for up to 60 seconds before he starts ranging you, and you're going to have to melee the cunt instead. So you can still be a little bit sweaty, but you can't chase the entire room, which I'm a big fan of. It lets all the skillful players, you know, do their thing, but then they've actually got to go through the mechanics, so it's not a complete waste of a raid. Next up, you've got Bubba, the big baboon boy, whose defense cannot be lowered within the raid. However, bananas will now only spawn when the baboons are killed, and they will do less damage. Also, the sarcophagus will no longer do damage in a 3x3 area, so I believe it's only going to be if you actually get fucking hit directly, which is huge because those things are just fucking annoying to deal with. They've made quite a few big changes to the Wardens to make it more of a challenging and exciting fight, which I'm a big fan of. The core will now retract back inside the Warden on P2, 7 tick cycles earlier, which if you're tick perfect is 1 less DDS spec. If you're not tick perfect, 2 less DDS specs you're getting off, which should increase or extend the time of the fight. These skulls, the time between being able to do the skulls in P3 has been reduced as well, so on Sanity it's definitely going to be bang on tick perfect, I believe. And I think, what else is there? Sorry, I can't fucking read. They've increased base HP of the Warden in phase 3, and the skulls, when you do that little phase, does less damage to them, making it a longer fight. You spend more time hitting the cunt than you do just fucking ticking around the room to get the skulls. So big fan of them increasing that fight and making it more of a challenge and actually spending time focusing on the boss rather than just fucking yeeting them out the window as quick as you can. Now, one of my favorite parts of this week's update is the changes to the ape room. Now, they've reduced the amount of monkeys that actually spawn in there, and they've allowed it time for them to overlap each other, so that way it's actually a lot faster to do that room, because that's like a 2-minute 50 room, I think, is the best time I was able to get. Every other puzzle room you can do in about 40 seconds to 1:10, so it's good to see them cutting back on that a little bit. I don't know how much quicker it's going to be, but with less monkeys and a shorter overlap time, you should be able to absolutely fucking send it. Also, you'll get potions in stacks of 100 rather than 20, and the hammer will be deleted when the rune finishes, so you don't have to drop the bitch. As for the Path of Het, they've just changed, I guess, the way HP scales for group sizes, whatever the fuck that means. Now for the mid-raid loot. When you're talking to the spirit, they've changed the way those mechanics work. 1, the Ambrosia and Liquid Adrenaline are only 1 dose now instead of 2 doses. You can only get Ambrosia in the life package, I believe. So that way you can't get Ambrosia, Liquid, and fucking the Smelling Salts all in one. Which means you're going to have to think a little bit harder, especially in high-end raids, about what package to choose at what time. And also, the best part is you can open the supply crate without your guy fucking standing there like a lemon. Duh. Which makes it easier to be able to get your shit out of there in the middle of a fight or on the way to the next fucking room. They've also added a bunch of changes, which you can probably read here. Like, you can boost your prayer to create the Elidinous Ward, which is pretty lit. Normally, you can't boost prayer for fucking anything. You can boost your crafting level for the Divine Rune powers, reduce the number of AoE mechanics, strike. So basically, like, if you're in fucking Kefri room and you've got the 3x3 attack on and they both land and overlap each other, you won't take 2 hits of damage, you'll only take 1, which is good. That way you don't fuck each other over. And we can now monster examine on the creatures inside of the raid, which means we can now figure out if the Bofa is better than the Rapier on Bubba, because everyone comes to my stream going, oh, well, Weeks did it, so maybe you should do it too. We can actually fucking have a look and see what is more beneficial for the team and for you guys as solo raiders. So make sure you check out the wiki, check out the bosses and see what has been filled in, so we know exactly how to dominate this raid in a more efficient manner and let the meta form. JAGEX has slightly reduced the base drop chance on tradable uniques. I don't really know what the fuck that means, to be honest, but they've also slightly increased the effect that the raid level has on tradable, the tradable unique drop table, which is pretty good, right? That means it's worth doing the harder difficulties now rather than camping 150. Sweet. Now, throughout the week, you would have noticed a bunch of fucking changes and fixes. If you've been up to date or keeping up to date, you can just pause the video now and have a read or check it out on the website yourself. That's what has been fixed so far up until this update. And this is what has been changed this update in terms of fixes. Now, the Osmonton's Fang wasn't doing the damage properly. I believe it was just constantly hitting the lowest hit or whatever. I never got to the chance, or I haven't had the chance yet to use one, so I can't tell you. But I believe the DPS is now increased and correct with the Fang. Also, the magic damage will go up to... Your magic damage wasn't increasing past level 120, which I didn't realize, so now you should be even stronger in there with your mage at 125. The 1-dose variants of the potions are now more visible. Sorry, I'm just kind of reading here so I can see what the fuck's going on. Basically, they've fixed a bunch of shit. That's the best way to figure it out. If you want to have a read, then go for it. But I think the top 2 are the most important ones. Everything else is just fucking bug fixes and graphical errors. And the MVP board will stop telling me that I've killed the most scarabs because everyone else is fucking leeching, so I can finally see what the fuck I'm doing properly. As for the old school RuneScape update, that is pretty much a wrap. Now, as we know, the economy is straight up the fucking shitter at the moment with the release of Raids 3 and no one having a fucking clue what's going on. So the Grand Exchange segment this week, hosted by Wade Green, will be coming in a minute to give you guys the goods after I discuss some very important news that has just come out about RuneScape 3 that you guys, as old school RuneScape players, are gonna wanna fucking listen to. This may be the most important RuneScape 3 segment you've seen in RuneNews yet. This is important for all old school RuneScape players, especially since the release of Raids 3. This is groundbreaking information, and I'm here to reassure you guys that RuneScape 3 is fucking dog shit. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Grand Exchange segment. It's your boy, Wade Green. This week's biggest rise is the Dragon Pickaxe, shooting up by about 1.5 mil. I believe the dip originally was from the Wilderness blog update, where people thought, we'll just wait until the Catfire Queen gets it, then we'll start farming it. But this motherfucker shot up when Raids 3 came out. It's a marketing ploy by JAGEX. They wanted to make sure whoever owned him at fucking HQ was buying him low so they can sell him fucking high. Here we go, boys. It's a conspiracy at JAGEX, and I think Mod Jet is the one behind it. However, make sure you grab yourself a Dragon Pickaxe because it is the best way to one down Akka Room or the Puzzle Light Room in Raids 3. Now, the biggest loss of the week is the Dragon Warhammer, hilariously, because, well, defense isn't really a factor in Raids 3, at least the defense level. The defense stats, however, are a different story, which is the way the meta has gone for Raids 3, and I think JAGEX has done a beautiful fucking job with that. Meaning Dragon Warhammer and even the BGS is fucking useless in that raid. Therefore, they've dropped 33 mil is dirt fucking cheap. Pick yourself up a Dragon Warhammer today, because if you don't have one, now's a fucking good time to invest. They will come back. They will fucking come back. I guarantee it. And of course, the most traded item of the week is none other than the motherfucking Zora scales, and they've been farming the shit out of them. Everyone is at Zora. Now, Raid 3 is all the hype. I get it, but just like when Next came out, when Tob came out, when fucking Cox came out, when Wintertodd came out, even when fucking Nightmare came out, the #1 boss, every time there is new content, it doesn't matter what it is, every time there's a new PVM boss, every time there is new content, Zora always becomes the best fucking thing to farm in the game. Without a doubt. Zora is better money per hour than the new content 99% of the time. Zora, all the drops go up in value, because if the Serp Helm goes up, so does the Tans, or whatever, yeah, the Tans and the Magic Fang. They have to go up with the Serp Helm. Scales go up in price. Serp Helm is the most essential and just all-round best helmet in the fucking game, and will always be impacted by new content, just in case you get poisoned. It's the most practical fucking helmet. Zora always wins. Every time there's new content, start farming Zora just before, stack up on scales so you can make fucking bank just like this. It happens every time. Don't let me fucking tell you again. And finally, the mole slippers have dipped. Mostly because you're all fucking idiots. There's no other way to say it. Make sure you buy your mole slippers today. They are going up in value. I've got a shitload on me, and honestly, they're going to hit 1 mil by the end of the year. Once the Raid 3 hype dies down, we can start picking these bussies up. We don't have girlfriend content this week purely because everyone's doing Raid 3. Ain't got no time for no motherfucking e-girls in this motherfucking game. So next week, we'll get back with the e-girls and the RuneScape girlfriends. But for now, it's your boy Wade Green, and I'm fucking out of here because I gotta go do some raiding. Suck my dick and fuck off. This week's Iron Man Moments is all about me, your fucking boy. Or at least my Group Iron team. Now we've got this guy on the team. He's called Ligma, Fergo, Poo Socks, whatever you want to call him. The man is a fucking purple magnet. He's pulling fucking Zenite shards and Avernic defenders, and fucking Cox drops out his ass like there's no tomorrow, and he gets our first fucking purple along with a gem. We got the Lightbearer ring straight away. However, check out the fucking inventory on this guy. Inventory tags left, right, and center. What a trash kid. But the purple magnet does it again, pulls out the Missouri helmet. This is the screenshot he sent us. He was too ashamed of his inventory tags this time around, so he just sent us a picture of his fucking head, and here we go. 2 purples back to back by the same purple magnet. Ligma, Fergo, Poo Socks, whatever you want to call him. The cunt's a fucking gamer. However, finally, your boy has come in fucking clutch with the purple Missouri top on the Group Iron team. That's 3 drops for the boys so far. We're still looking for the Fang. We're still looking for the staff, but we are gaming and we're pushing it up to pretty much expert raids we're going to start doing hopefully within a week or 2 once we push out a few more top KC, try to get a few more hilts. So we will be gaming and posting all the content right here live on this fucking channel right here. 5 days a week I am live streaming, so come by, say hi. Don't be a shit cunt. That is going to be a wrap this week, ladies and gentlemen, for RuneNews. I'm about to roll the other intro, which unfortunately did not win. The artist's name is Aaron. His portfolio will be linked in the description down below. He's a champion. It is honestly some really good work. I apologize that you didn't win, mate, but honestly, you did a fucking good job. Make sure you guys compliment him on the work if you do enjoy it. Look after yourselves, guys. Have a good weekend. Don't do anything I wouldn't do unless it involves anal. And fuck off. Room in the raid. It's quite simple. You got a big boy. Look at him. God damn. Fuck me. Look at that boy. It's huge.